Timi ya me nwanwaze obi timi sori ya no paso okọ adwuma no akra so okọ adwuma na opon firi adwuma a wotimi yira ne fie kwan no akopie wo bi fie akoda wo bi mpaso edi ho nansa bra wo okọ adwuma no a o otimi firi ho no okọ adwuma no asambra na ne fie kwan no ayira no betimi yedi ho ayi no akọ be ma ne fie no asiesi no otimi prebe no ande fro ne nkwan ahihye fridge mu ama be me no ne ade wo timi am nwanwa wo ni obi wo ho mo wo he ho esoro ho ana he na mo wo ni obi ya wo ho 9 years mo nka wade asem wo timi am nwanwa. And as soon as me nipa no meko ne ho weekend inti when humi ame wo ho first no be kwa washing a wotete afi di omo ba omo kita suitcase over ganya na me en spinter say my enyo eten spinters oba enyo eten spinters ganya na me spinters really
City 97.3 Accra.
Friday night is here. Benjamin Nketsia here, Sports Panorama. Big shout outs to my YouTube people and to all of you out there at Citi Sports GH. Hit the like and subscribe button and let's get talking. Drop me a shout from wherever you are watching us from. For those of you riding home in traffic, 0549986996. Share your thoughts with us. This week, the Ghana Premier League, a few interesting things have happened between Accra Lions Football Club and Dreams FC. And then President of Young Apostles, Sami Enimado, also waded into the discussion. It's become a whole murky situation. We'll get into it. Charlie, this is Sikanaba. Sikanabo. Cash out. Sikanaba.
shout.
Yeah.
Mr. Kam.
The under 20 World Cup winning team had some money invested for them. What we know is that money has matured, and so people have reached the Ministry of Youth and Sports to pick up their checks. Yeah, Charlie. Our good friend and brother has reached there quick.
Who's that?
One shout. We'll talk about that as well. We'll try and touch on Star Times briefly and their return to the league, if they are bringing anything better or is same old. One of the biggest discussions on socials is who becomes the next sports minister. I've seen possible names flying all over the place, likely candidates flying all over the place. If Edwin and everybody else, let's do a small poll on who people want as sports minister. Let's rack up like 3 or 4 names, and let's do a quick poll. Let's see if the popular opinion out there is real. Let's see what it is on possible candidates for youth and sports minister. Who do you want to see? For those of you who will not be taking part in the poll and will be texting into the show on YouTube and whatnot on Twitter, who do you want to see as the next sports minister for Ghana? And then, of course, it's FA Cup weekend. Those of you whose teams are not doing well, you get a much needed respite. For those of you whose strikers are not scoring, those whose goals are finished like Prince of Goals, and those who are not as strong as Tevez, this is a chance to bolster your squad. We'll be doing some Don't Call Me at the end of the show. The Rabbi is here. He wants a new sports minister ASAP. Susu Graham is here, Jeremy Tice here, and Gabby Affairs here. Rabbi, you know how we do it on Fridays.
No more.
It is only right that when holy men meet,
Definitely.
we must commit ourselves into a holy mood.
No shaking.
Please.
Olakeshin. Any be a share. When His Excellency won the election beyond every form of doubt, we congratulated him here for his victory, or on his victory. And I think he was sworn in when?
Tuesday.
This week.
Yeah.
And this is the first program we are having after the swearing in. So officially, he's now in the Jubilee House. He's the President of the Republic of Ghana. You are Zebat. When it's Swanima Swanama Swa. You are. Wouldn't you be Coach Nimley? In care program, then when it's a program, then walk a hump wouldn't you mind. Oh, man, here in yellow. Mono walk, I can let him here. I fear Jenica here. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Yeah.
No shaking cry. Ma lady yo. Hene feel like a ekowaya ye jole me. You are jomole. Belemo jomomi.
Belemo.
Any ni be a share in your sama. No fana fe pepe. What sports will feel. No ye she ba me eh. You are Zebat. One chanu what child no kwa feel. One child no bele jomo no do waka you are Zebat.
Belemo jomomi.
Don't Dramani mama ye she ba me. Waka bodan chole mono ba wole as sports minister. Any ni be a share from a share lagba. What football fit what sports a fair kumwishwich kodo to. No one war no. Yes ba me no ke yo wa Zeba den cha agbele jomo me.
Oh Zeba there.
Bajin komani a flick ni e yaseke here. What you wole money ba anya tunu tumo. You are me le kometo le ko bi me aka no wa anya tunu tumo. Honorable ni Lante Van Der Poel. Legend number 1.
Oh.
Legend come on. John Drum, oh, you are Zebat. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus.
Enter the spirit.
Lord Jesus. Yes. At the mention of the name Honorable Nilan,
let the spirit take over you.
Spirit. The spirit is moving. Nilante.
Thank you.
Nilante. Within the spiritual realm is Honorable Nilante. Bottom on Jama no sa Jama watch you football lefty. Kotoko one nale, has one nale, blaster le kojo to. Oh, John Dramani Mahama. This is your program. Wolake, mo fia money but when your Jubilee House okay? Yeah, yes, baby. Oh, Nilante. Nwa job. Yeah, yes, baby. Amen. That be the Holy Spirit met my house.
I bet you behave yourself over there. Yo. Coach. Anyway, in fact, since we are starting on a political note, let me begin from the Ashanti region.
Abe, our problem.
They have told him he needs to behave himself. Let's start on a political note because something interesting happened at the Baba Yara Stadium 2 days ago. It's a very mixed mash of issues. So we first of all got indication that thugs had invaded the stadium and were sacking people, basically ransacking the offices and sacking people. You know, the NSA's offices at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. And then later, upon some digging, we found out that yes, indeed, there were some unidentified thugs, but the NSA's casual staff had also had a pending meeting with the NSA's Ashanti Regional Director, who is called Kwame Ba. Now, that meeting was sort of put on hold because the head of the initial melee that was going on, but later on their meeting was called, and apparently they used the commotion caused by the thugs to basically set the tone to evict the Ashanti Regional Director of the NSA. So as we speak, the situation became so hostile that the police were called in to actually escort him to take his things away. So he packed up and left the premises. Somebody who has not been officially removed, though. He packed up and left the premises because basically the NSA staff who were there said that they can't work with him anymore. They've accused him of a number of things: corruption, making promotions that are not merited, spoke about alleged embezzlement, and a couple of very interesting stuff.
Not paying allowances.
Not paying allowance is good. There's that as well. In fact, they say the allowances have not been paid in the last 3 months. We got some interesting perspective too. In fact, I've been following the discussion for a while. And the discussion basically says that these people who championed the exit of Mr. Kwame Ba, the NSA staff, are apparently or allegedly loyalists of Professor Chumesi. And so they have been unhappy ever since Chumesi was removed because they say that the new Director General does things that are on NSA like. It does not consult in doing anything. In fact, they say even their Christmas package that they were supposed to get this Christmas, they'll get something so give them. So there's a lot going on the NSA. But that only brings me to one issue. Whoever becomes sports minister, I think the NSA is your first stop as far as cleaning house, sanitizing the sector, and setting it on the path to productivity is concerned. Look, the NSA has been bedeviled with so many issues, especially since Chumesi took over, that I don't even, nobody seems to understand how they operate anymore. Because just like we saw openly at the Public Accounts Committee, there were instances where Chumesi had become so powerful that the minister could transfer somebody from one point and Chumesi could tell the person to stay put and nothing would be done. In fact, I remember the Public Accounts Committee ordered the arrest of one of the Northern Regional Directors as well and a couple of people who had embezzled some money. I don't think any arrest has been made till date. So as for the NSA, they are right in the middle of everything we do as far as sports in this country is concerned. GFA issues go to the NSA. Black Stars issues go to the NFA. League issues have NSA involved some way, somehow. And so I think that if any minister will have a successful tenure, the NSA is where all the action should begin. And I see that we did a program on Football Made in Ghana on Wednesday where the guys discussed possible candidates as new sports minister. Now we've heard the Honorable Nilante Van der Poel, who has occupied
legend number 1.
I'll come to that. So that's one of the candidates who's been mentioned. Professor Francis Dodo has been mentioned.
Yeah. Dr. Randy
Abe has been mentioned, and then there's one more name.
Kobna Wisdom Woyome.
Kobna Mensah Woyome.
Former chairman.
Okay, so it's 4 candidates who have been listed. I'm going to go around the table, and everybody's going to justify quickly who they think should be sports minister and why. Let me start with you, Rabbi. Let's go. Why should anybody consider Van der Poel for minister?
No more. It's Nante. You see, first and foremost, we need somebody who understands sports.
I'm sure Mahama is taking his decision already, but we are here doing our own thing. But anyway, we
need somebody. Anyway,
yeah.
You see, you cannot put somebody who has got no knowledge whatsoever on what goes on within the sector. Nilante is tried and tested.
You mean this is not time for Matrai Makwe?
You see, where we've gotten to, our standard across board is so low that you want somebody who will walk in there and put life into everybody. Somebody who will just not put life into you, but give you life and give you hope for the future. The one who knows how to get to where he thinks we should go or we should be. Set proper realistic target within a time frame, short, medium, and long term. You put him there. He walks in there, and this is not the time for anybody to come and brief him about anything. To me, the current sports running in Ghana, we don't have any standard.
Everything goes.
We've gone to Olympics without any boxer. Me, I've never seen that happen before. Since I was born.
Now there's a world championship and Ghana is not there. Olympics.
Since I started eating, chewing, culturing football, I have never seen the Black Stars fail to qualify for an AFCON, not winning a single qualifying game. Me won't be that. And I cannot see why somebody supervises a qualifying campaign, not winning one game, and the people in charge are still thinking of maintaining the person in the job. Jesus Christ. Who are those? Who are those? It's because they themselves, they have no shame. They have no standard to protect. Ghana, we drew 0-0 with Nigeria in the CHAN qualifying year in Kumasi. And our coach could sit there and say that even if we don't qualify, we have given our players exposure. To the extent that we've gone, we didn't qualify. Nobody have said anything to the people of this country.
We are selling the brand of the Ghana Premier League.
Jesus Christ. You come to the president, you go to the minister, you are giving the taxpayers money. You go and you flop big time. Ungraded. We don't know where to grade you. Even you are not qualified to be graded F or E8. Per the WASI E8. No university will ask you to go to write a referral. We don't know where to put you. Yet still, you think you should be in a job. And apart from Nilante, look, of the names you've mentioned, Nilante is the only person who has got a track-proven record.
But we hear you might end up at local government too.
Me qualify. Fine wo pale no more. Kaje wo ha won qualify. Me. He didn't know me by then. We were kids by then. We'll get closer to them.
Nilante step overs. Nilante see me to the right.
Onapo.
See me to the left.
Onapo.
Step overs. Rabona. Oh, Charlie.
Nilante. He knows. He understands sport and he cuts across. He's not only coming in there as a football person. Boxing, he's there. Athletics, he's there. Football, he's there.
Basketball,
tennis, he's there. Tennis, everything. Nilante is involved.
Nilante elastico.
That is the sort of person we want. The one who will walk in there when Keto Kreku goes to him and he brings that budget that nobody can defend. You will say, what are you talking about? Come on, get out of here and go and bring more.
He revealed to us a couple of years ago that it was costing us almost $1 million per friendly match or per black
Do you
match.
think the other names they would have mentioned that?
Way back in 2016. So adjust it against inflation.
Just do that.
They were only doing 2 million now.
I'm telling you,
maybe more.
Where we are now, that is the sort of person we need. If you like, just go to the roadside, raise the placard, Neil Antenie, Randy Abenie, Doctor William Menie, who else?
Professor Francis Do.
I'm a family.
Oh, Charlie.
I'm a bad race. You see, all that we are saying, it depends. It is the president's.
It's the president's final decision.
He decides. But Mr. President, look, Papa, with all humility, number one, Papa Five. The World Cup is at stake. We are telling the president very humbly that if you keep Otto Addo in the job, we are going to look against Chad. Ghanaians will listen to. Some of the signals we are picking in Nketsia, the signals we are picking is so disastrous that most of our key players again will decide not to show up if we keep Otto Addo in the job for the qualifiers against Chad. Madagascar, who we defeated in the last, that day you and I were at the stadium, in Inaki Williams' last, they will score us. As for Comoros, they've established a pattern. They will whip us and whip us good. Number one, Pafai. One Pabufai, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Nilante Vandabo, Honorable One Pabufai. We need somebody who understands the chemistry of the area.
All right.
As well, look, I've spoken for my candidate. Let me rubbish as part of the debate. I need to rubbish.
When
I say rubbish, I need to get why it cannot be any of the others.
No, don't go there.
Look, we gave Professor Dodu. You see, they all have track record. Which of them can come and defend that? Look,
fair game. Fair game.
Look, the future of Ghana athletics under Professor Dodu, that girl was destroyed.
No. See, that's.
Oh, these are facts.
Hold on. You see, don't make blanket statements like that. Do you know why? Because it is unfair to say that the whole of Professor Dodu's tenure as GAA president will be judged by a certain young lady whose career didn't go well. Hold on, there's a reason why your mic is off. Hold on. You see, another reason is that there are also people who credit him for basically, I would say, enhancing the scholarship scheme that takes our athletes outside this country. He did doesn't matter. He did a big chunk of that. So let's not try and downplay one card. You've made your don't do that.
But don't do that.
No, hold on. This is not this is hold on.
What's the name of the little girl?
Oh, you see, there are too many intricacies in that matter for you to make that blanket. It's not
that fair. Would have never happened.
It's not fair.
If that girl was a citizen of America, what at all was the problem that we couldn't solve?
But that is let's move the discussion.
To the stand, I'm moving the discussion to the stand that it was a banter. You either apologize or Ghana suffers, and Ghana suffered for it.
Let's not make
another candidate whose name is being put. Who can Randy Abbey, Doctor? Keto Kreku.
Fair. You've made your point. And then
just recently he went and defended
that they took the 100.
Why it is proper that people go to work for 2 weeks, in fact less than 14 days. I think it was 11 days, 12 days, less than 2 weeks. When we went there, we chopped last. Ghana, look, Ghanaians should listen. We were last. These are people who had no shame. You took our team to the World Cup, to the Mundial. You gave us Matra Makwe a coach. They defended the Matra Makwe appointment. And we chopped last. After chopping last, Otto Addo, 200,000. Every player, $100,000. Then Randabe comes, look. He was asked a very beautiful question that day. by the chairman of the committee. What's their name? The Committee on Sports for Parliament or whatever.
Honorable Wisdom Woyome.
Would you justify that amount of money? Look, I couldn't believe it when I heard somebody whom I enjoyed listening to when I was a little boy growing up. Akaka bleo, Benjamin Nketsia school. Minu ko akaka mukuni che to benu wo here cholo wo ne. Benu wo leni ne. Wo here cholo wo ne.
You see, you've made your point about it. I need to discuss like 4 topics today.
I need to hit for the last.
It's fine. You've done it. You've done it.
People were given $100,000 for no work done because they
as for the no work done, I don't think there was no work. I don't think they went to holiday. You know, hold on.
We fed them.
Hold on. You see,
where they slept.
You see,
you want us to bring what
let's not do that. Let's not do that. You see, let's
rooms and reveal what
you can't go into there. Your microphone is off. See, don't do. You see, hold on. You see, this is a structured program.
He should remain in Parliament, sit on the committee, and do his job.
Is he going back to Parliament?
No, I think he lost.
I think he lost it in the.
He
primaries.
lost the seat.
Yeah, he lost the primaries.
Neil Ante didn't lose. He said, "I won't go."
No, he said
and he made sure that the NDC candidate won the election at Odododudu.
Fair game.
That is the man I'm talking about.
Fair game.
Don't
get into any uncharted territory.
No.
It's fair game.
No, the point I'm making is that listeners, viewers, YouTubers, you can YouTubers.
Those who are watching our YouTubers.
Those who are
those who have the YouTube account?
I thought YouTubers the who does the channel. Welcome to my channel. I thought YouTubers
so the YouTube viewers more for short.
No. Because YouTubers is welcome to my channel. Where the YouTubers?
Okay.
Where the YouTubers?
Those are the content.
So viewers on YouTube.
Viewers on YouTube. Those who are watching.
Those are the content on YouTube.
When I said it, they all understand what I'm trying to drive.
No, where the YouTubers?
We are voting. Like Nketsia said, there's a pool out there. Neil Ante, Dr. Randiabi, Woyome, Professor Tumesi. Who do you think?
Mahama will swerve everybody. Then in the end, everybody will be here.
Papa, he will not make that mistake.
Let me talk
with
to
the word. This is my last point. The last time I said this year. The president, His Excellency, has been given a perfect opportunity. He knows it to completely rewrite history. If the president is in front of me, I will, with all humility, even kneel down and tell him that, look, that Brazil campaign, me personally, the failure of that campaign, I put at the doorstep of the president. Hey, yes, I'm telling you today. I've said it before. I will not move away. Because we had been to the World Cup in 2006. We have been to the World Cup in 2010 when he was vice president. How did we do it? How did our leaders at the time, President Kufuor and the late, Papa, may his soul rest in perfect peace, John Atafifi Mills, how did they do it? So you had two people to learn from. How did we fly $3 million from Ghana to Brazil? So this is God, if you give your life to God, God will give you second opportunity to.
So Muhammad gave his life to God.
And he's been given another chance to fix it. Look at the time he's come.
I'm sure. I'm sure he will do right the second.
Where are we going? Canada, America. As for Mexico, no Ghanaians going there.
Go there. You go.
Mexico.
What would you go and do there?
I say you
end up at Guadalajara. You
are put on me Philadelphia.
Mr. Graham, I don't know if you
should apologize to the people of Mexico for that comment. I think
I don't. Is it by force I should go to Mexico?
Me
personally, you go to Mexico. Okay, you go. Me, I say me, I'm going. I want to go to Ontario.
I want to Cancun. What's it?
Cancun in 3.
I know why you want to go to Cancun.
Anyway, Mr. Graham, if you heard coach speak about 4 candidates, like I say, this is all speculation. We've heard some of the names are close to the action, but in the end, the final decision lies in the bosom of the president. Talk to me about 2 things: who you would possibly like to see, and 3 immediate things they should tackle as soon as they get in office?
Well, from the people mentioned, I like Professor Dudu. Personally, that's the person. Like, I think he was a star athlete in his day as well. Like Mr. Van der Poel.
Yeah.
But his was long jump, triple jump, that kind of thing. And the reason I like him is because I think, and I said it before the last time, I think the sports ministry right now is a Black Stars ministry.
It is.
So bringing someone who is that in tune with athletics, someone who's been in that space, I think is a useful thing. I think as someone who's competed, he knows what it takes to compete. He can mentor the athletes in his own way. I think that kind of former athlete thing will help, especially because I think we have a lot of talent in athletics. We have a lot of talented runners and jumpers who are not doing right by. So I think that
he will shift the focus from football.
Yeah, that's the main thing that comes to mind, because I think the Black Stars is too much of a mess. I think the government has to take a bit more control of the GFA. I know we talked about the FIFA. What's the name of it?
FIFA what? What is the thing that allows the government to take charge of the national team from FIFA?
There's something, whatever the case is. Until we sign that, I don't even want the sports ministry to be thinking too much about the GFA. Leave them. Unless they are willing to come under the umbrella, leave them. That's their problem. I think that we've given them too much of our time and energy, and they are not giving us enough in return, frankly. So I think the GFA, we should cut them off, in all honesty. That's where I've reached. I've been radicalized, because we are talking about oral. The World Cup budgets, that should be part of the oral. They should stop giving them money until they've accounted for all of the money they've wasted. So that's how I feel about it. So like I said, he's an athlete in other sports, long jump, triple jump, won medals at the Africa Games and all that kind of stuff. So his track record as an athlete is there. Like Coach said, there were some issues when he was at the Athletics Association. That one there, how much of it is him and how much of it is our culture debatable. And the issues. So let's not even get into that. But like I said,
comes to the doorstep of the leader, Nilante, no fault.
Make your point.
So like I said, the main thing, make the sports ministry a sports ministry. Change it from a Black Stars ministry. And we also don't see some of the issues we've had about funding, our players, coaches having to work 2 jobs and stuff. I think some of the funding that we waste on the Black Stars, and I use the word waste because that's exactly what we do with the money.
Emphasize on that.
Yes, that's
absolute waste.
Yes, it should be given to athletes who are actually trying to improve themselves. Because we saw the performance when people came to the Africa Games. What could have been done at the Olympics?
Seen our women's team excel. All they wanted was like 40,000
friendlies
to arrange friendlies, and
they couldn't do that.
And
I even lost our head coach
on that. Nilante, you just issue a statement, no?
So all I'm saying is that I don't want Black Stars ministry. I want a sports ministry. And a sportsman who's excelled in other sports, who understands other sports, will think about it, shift their focus, and forget about
football, boxing, athletics.
We only know him as a footballer.
It's okay. You finished your this. Let somebody else have a slice.
Like the lawyers will say, precedence. Precedence always plays a factor in every court ruling, in every case you build. And so, based on precedence, what he has done before, taking on the GFA, having his grapples with the GFA during the time of Kwesi Nyantakyi, and what he stands for and what he has preached over the years. Yes, it's clear. Nilante van der Poel, Honorable Nilante van der Poel, is the obvious favorite for the job, and he has also been a sports journalist before. And
you mean through and through?
Like he's going through.
He be head of sports, head of sports.
He's going through the mill. I mean, he was an athlete at your school. Infantipim for a while.
Why you don't have that problem? You behave yourself.
He was an before. He boxed before. He was an athlete at your school.
Star athlete at the school. Thank you.
Infantipim school. And so for me it has to be Nilante van der Poel. And yes, I put a piece together and I even threw in a candidate for the deputy minister, sports minister.
I will deputy, system ministers, but I will deputy.
Well, maybe a special aid, someone who,
just for shaking reasons.
There's this ministry. They don't need a deputy. They need a cleanup.
I think
who do you have in?
I think someone like Dr. Tony Obin should also be heavily involved because of his track record. During the time of Kwesi Ntechi, he played a pivotal role in getting that Goldfields sponsorship to the Black Stars.
Played a pivotal role in helping Media
get yes. And so at this point in time, the football sports fraternity lacks a lot of money.
That's actually somebody I didn't think.
He also brought in a number of sponsors for Medium.
That's what I'm saying.
The last one was very solid mention.
In
fact, he's solid enough for the job.
There's chronic financial issues when it comes to sports, and because Milan Vanderbilt can take on the administration stuff, to get things right. Clean sweep, clean house, get things right, get the structures right. Then he comes in and provides the connections to ensure that things move. And when things should things move, it has to do with money. And so he's the kind of guy I will also recommend that he gets very close to the sports ministry.
Gabi, get the final word on this.
I've actually had a chance to speak to people close to him this week.
Mr. Vanderpoel?
Yes, and I can tell you that, look, this is one ministerial appointment that President John Dramani Mahama will not like to get it wrong.
He can't.
We can't afford to get it wrong.
It's a sensitive area. I think that if you look at the 4 names that we put out, he's the only person who's got that experience.
Yeah.
In fact, his tenure was branded as one of the best.
Just 8-9 months.
Yes, 2015, 2016, early 2016, that way.
Shaking things up.
And I remember his one very quote with the GF at the time. So he said, there's nothing like a mafia and a ninja between us. So at the time, he was talking about the Ministry of Youth and Sport, that he was heading that place. And then the then GFA president, that's Kwesi Nyanthechi.
See, what is ways and means when they bring the body, he cancel all those rubbish.
We know how vocal he was.
Yeah.
This is somebody who always demanded accountability.
Yes.
On the part of the EFA. Now look, if he's given the role, or if the John Dramani Mahama administration is listening to this show, then there's actually a blueprint out there that they can look at and say, look, we want the sports ministry to be one of the best.
One of the best
in our administration. You know the blueprint?
Which is what?
That parliamentary committee sitting they had with the GFA, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, that was Mustafa Yusuf at the time.
Yeah.
The ex-players that came to the sitting. I have just one simple problem. What was the use of that sitting? They said they were going to publish whatever happened.
We've not seen anything.
And I'm saying, no, it's a process. But it's ended.
That's political talk.
Yes, it has ended. Look,
it's in the pipeline.
I'm saying the blueprints because I was at the sitting, and for the Ministry of Youth and Sports, that Yusuf came to sit and give us a breakdown proper.
Yeah.
I don't think they did a good job because he came there. He did not give us a proper breakdown.
Yusuf, has he broken down anything?
He's never given us a proper breakdown. And I don't blame him because this is somebody who was brought in from, he was what?
National
NSS.
NSS,
yes.
Square pegs in round holes.
Good. You don't want to appoint somebody who has zero knowledge or idea about sport.
At all.
Susu mentions that he knows him. He knows Van der Poel to be just playing football. This is a man who...
I was saying that's his specialty.
Yes, but he has he's got experience in boxing.
Other specialities.
Everyone has one specialty.
What are you talking about?
One specialty. That's his calling card.
He's got experience in boxing. He's got experience in athletics.
Everything.
I know from his background that the football has always been there.
Yes.
From where his constituency is situated, boxing
he's
definitely
highly of it. And in fact, the last time I listened to him, it was at the Bukum Boxing Arena.
Yes.
And then I think he mentioned something of that sort, that he wasn't interested in taking up the role again. I think that question was thrown to him.
Yeah.
But clearly, the 4 names that are out there, he is the front runner. He's the best candidate.
If the president calls,
he's the best candidate, because look,
Ben, turn it down.
The last thing we want to have in the next 4 years is to have somebody who would be in bed
with the people,
with the FA, not just them, and any other federation that would be very stubborn, quote unquote. In terms of I go to tournament, I come back.
I won't explain it.
I won't explain anything. Look, what? You owe it to the people of Ghana. And so you cannot come and tell me that blah blah blah. Who are the taxpayers of the coaches we bring in? Who are whose money are we using?
You think Nilante with all his experience would have maintained Otuado at post by now?
I wouldn't. No disrespect to the other three. Randy Abe is a football person.
Veteran football administrator,
ESCO member, CEO for Heart of Lions.
I want to to you personally, Randy Abbey. After that 100,000 thing, he said, that shows he's come to waste time.
Yes. We saw how vocal,
and that was a point.
We saw how vocal he was during Nyantechi time. Good. He's gone quiet under Ketokreku.
That is the last era of our
no, seriously, he's shown to us that he's come to waste our money. Yes. He's shown that he's ready to waste our money.
That is the last. I don't think he's the right fit for me, if you ask me. Komnawoyome, I sat in the sitting again. I wasn't too impressed with some of the things from him. And I don't think that he's ready yet. If you give him this job.
Yeah. If Komnawoyome is not ready now, when will he be ready?
We saw that meeting or that interview or whatever.
The setting.
We came here. The question.
I don't think he's cutting for me. I think Nilante Van der Poel just leads the chart, and he's been there before. He won't come in and repeat. I mean, President John Dramani is on record to have said that he's not going to if he puts you in there and you are not working, he won't hesitate to shuffle. How did Nilante get into being a sports minister?
Yes.
He was brought in 15.
Yes. No, in 2016.
2016. Took over from Ahmed Mustafa.
Yes. Who was not performing. And so, like I said, I spoke to somebody close to him and he told me that, look, if he goes in there and he misperforms, because the last 8 years, what we've seen our sports go through, actually,
we can't afford to go through again in the next 4 years.
That is it.
There's no chance, there's no AFCON. You have the last opportunity. I'm talking about the Black Stars. 2026 World Cup qualifiers to play.
Nilante,
and you think that this current administration and sit and that not
you think Nilante?
No, I don't see that happen.
And allow Ketokreku to relegate Stevie Apia and appoint Aminu Shadow, my own friend, Black Star team manager. What?
Anyway, let me just conclude this by saying that to the Honorable Nilante Van der Poel, the fact that a lot of people are clamoring for you to do this is evidence that you have done some good work.
Yes,
as a government administrator. It speaks to your integrity as a person. And so if indeed the appointment lands on your lap, we wish you well. I wish you well as a journalist. I wish you well as a MOBA. I wish you well. I need to say that.
I'm for the past 1 week. Honorable. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Because you number 70. The last number end of 70. Honorable, number. I want to personally talk to him and plead with him. What time I come here? Come on, I'm not going to.
Namely,
you remember I narrated what a young man went through. That was the young man, what he went through. Look, that day when we got booted out of the AFCON, my food was there. I said, Coach Pa Nyamayeni.
Fair game. Show proudly brought to us by Twisco. Royal Kingdom Estates also proud.
Twisco.
And then
I'm going to drink some.
Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix, proud sponsors of Sports Panorama. Let me read a few messages and then we will get into some talk of the Ghana Premier League getting a new broadcast sponsor. We'll get into some transfer news as well. Anyway, messages coming up real short. 0549 986 996 0549 986 996. That's the text, WhatsApp and Telegram lines. Do send us your opinions. Nimli has been doing his own thing in the studio. He said he has his own preferred candidate, so he has been lobbying for his candidate.
Discussion.
Which is what it is. Which is exactly what I
asked. Last two numbers 70. Mean trouble.
Goodness. Let me read a few messages off YouTube and then I'll come to my message box real quick. I bet you could behave yourself over there. Anyway, this one here says Jacob Tometi says, please allow coach to no. Is a show. The show has structures. Can't do anything like that. Coach can be very mischievous if you allow. He knows what he's doing. Anyway, this one's from Cove Town Babe. He says, we understand Numo. Don't mind them. This one's from Ephraim Lyon. Says the sports ministry should be left for Nilante for the rest of his life, irrespective of which political party is in power.
Actually,
Farouk Elana says, Nilante all the way. Chubesi Ohede David says, like we will do a demonstration if Nilante is not appointed. Hey, Charlie.
No, what? Come on, come on, come on, Nilante, no, man, vigil.
Lawrence Ado says,
then about vet Nilante into Mujame. Honorable,
Lawrence Ado says, YouTube viewers, Nilante Vanderpool.
Simple. Oh, the YouTubers.
Richard Osei says, as for Randy Abe, no.
Not.
Somebody also here, okay, one says Prof Dodo can be a deputy minister. One bugger with that one. Daniel Ohene Mensah, you are doing romance in my comment section. I don't even know what's going on. Anyway,
there's some girl they've been moving to in their YouTube comments. I've been seeing them. They are doing some things over there.
They do their own things. Anyway, somebody says, as we know why Randy's in the club, because he's an administrator, he's a sports guy, and he's politically savvy. So I'm not sure why he should not be there. Klinogo Omega says, great show, enjoying every moment of the show. Bless up. More messages. Sydney Akron says, I nominate coach as the sports minister.
Simple. First decision, Otuado fired. Dissolve entire technical team of Black Star. That's the first decision I will take. Set up our football, athletics, boxing.
No. Interesting.
What?
Chicken ease.
This is simple, Charlie.
Okay. So a lot of people are on the Vanderpool bandwagon. Let me get to my message box. This one says Nilante is the man for the job. Alex doing in London. I think the outsider here is Herbert Kwabena and Ponsa. It's Herbert. Oh, you mean Herbert Mensah?
A focus on.
I don't think Herbert Mensah ever wants to be a minister. This one says Ben and Crew. This is Nana Kwame from Ashoman. Having Haruna Idrisu or Rashid Pelpo as sports minister won't be bad. As for Dr. Randy Abe, he will raise more eyebrows. As for my darling club Chelsea, ever since they took Mudryk away, the team make like rice water. Mudryk wasn't playing. They need to tell us the real reason.
Actually, I come in a dressing room, maybe. Tramok and I can be in diesel.
Don't do that.
Actually, I know that nobody's out there. But they're week.
No, you are being too hard on the player. No, this one here.
Why has he been banned?
But the players come out to say that he.
You see, don't do that.
He's not one.
Why are you misinforming people? They
tested his blood. Didn't they test his blood? His blood or you?
He has come out to say he doesn't know how it got there. So you can't be saying
he doesn't know how the urine got infected.
Hold on.
The same thing that happens.
The long and short of it is that he's tested positive for a banned substance. It's what you call a PED or a performance enhancement.
Examples of banned substance.
But you see, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that happened to Pogba. That's how, and even Onana.
In fact, almost everybody who tests positive says they don't know how they think.
Of course, they'll say that.
Exactly.
But some of them, they actually do the investigation. Yeah. They find out that it's actually something.
So remember, Onana, he took the medicine of his wife.
Kolo-Toure, something similar. It happens. Yeah. It happens.
Anyway, let me read more messages. Namely, very.
Van substance, me I
don't do that. What is that? Anyway, he says Bennett. I want to give a shout to Coach Chris. I met him this morning face to face. I can say he's friendly, gentle, and down to earth. He's gentle, but see what he's doing in the studio today.
If you want to also read the message,
I really admire his personality. Keep on the good work, guys. Perry from Adenta with that one. This one says, hi, Sports Panorama team. Eric from the United States. I have to say, I love this show. Coach is the only truth teller in Ghana. The new sports minister should fire Otto from day one.
Quick!
I can't wait to see Coach at the World Cup in 2026.
Oh, no more. Me, you are going
to Michoacan.
No more Malukra. Delaware.
He's going to Chihuahua. Chihuahua.
Delaware.
You go to Ohinaga. You know Ohinaga.
Michigan. Massachusetts.
Neelam Pre is it Neelam T? I think you want to say is the man for the job. He can transform our sports. Okay, Vanderpool all the way. But for information, Dr. Randy Abe has resigned from his job at Metro.
That's between him and Metro TV.
Yeah. As for that, they're waiting.
What's that got to do with us?
Maybe you're trying to tell us that is a sign.
Oh,
Need Tojo from Tema Newtown says we want the best for Ghana sports. President Mahama please help us to help you make Ghana succeed, so we all enjoy. Anyway.
Actually, can you imagine Randy Abbey is the sports minister? We see them.
Oh, don't do this.
We saw Randy Abbey under question.
Mr. Randy Abbey is a
very vocal. I'm not saying he's not good guy. I've not said that. But when it comes to football,
you mean you're only taking him on because he's gone silent under this administration?
And this is the administration under which we've experienced our worst ever performance.
And where he has the most power too, because
to speak.
He's an ESCO member. But you and I know that we know how the Ket administration is.
Look, Randy Abbey, Accra Academy be. Mokonye silently.
Good evening. This one says good evening, Ben, and the entire sports. But what is the Star Times coming back to do in the GPL? Even now, the league is being telecast by some local TV stations. How many people watch it? Well, I wish they bring money so our clubs can also benefit. This one here says, "Hi Ben, agenda referee Maxwell Hansen has been used to show Accra Lions something small at Tuba, and they are crying. And Dreams FC are defending the actions of the referee. We all know Maxwell Hansen is the man for these results." Nana Kwame from Sunyani. I'll get to that in a bit. Just a quick one. All signs points to Randy Abbey as next sports minister. He just resigned from his job. Anyway, we are
hearing reports that Everton are going to rehire David Moyes.
Hey!
Yes,
they are not thinking straight.
Okay. So Everton set to appoint Moyes for a second time.
They are not thinking
straight. Progressing towards. But if you hire Moyes and you hire Dyke, they're the same move.
Let me tell you something.
No, if I was Moyes, I would even accept.
If David Moyes takes up this job,
he's about to take it.
Record me. I will put it down.
Yeah.
Everton gets relegated.
Yeah, because he's not the same
I'm
guy.
telling you, he's not the same guy. He was 15, 20 years ago.
Though he's still considered as a pragmatic coach, during his time at West Ham, there were more than enough signs that pointed to the fact that this guy had made a little bit of progress. Where in some instances in West Ham games, you could see them press high, you could see them try to play out from the back. You saw them being expansive.
The next moment they are compact.
And the players he worked with, they are not the same players that Everton have. You worked with Mohamed Kudus, you worked with Declan Rice.
One of the players he worked with, who was a deadly free kick taker at his time, is now a caretaker coach there, Leighton Baines.
You work with Ward Prowse and company, and now you're going to deal with who? Numo Young, Ashley Young,
and that they are two tall strikers. Really well.
Beto, Calvin Lewis.
That guy is the worst striker in the Premier League. If I was the Beto guy,
if I was David Moyes, no, I won't go in for this appointment.
Fair game. Anyway, let's talk briefly about Star Times before we move into Donkomi territory properly. Quick thoughts on Star Times making a return. So we had the discussions. I'm just saying that nobody seems to know the terms of engagement this time around. Looks like the clubs are in the dark again.
Do you know
what is going on?
One thing that is on record, that Ketu Kriku was part of the people who brought Star Times to Ghana. Do you know that for a fact?
No, I don't know that for a
fact. I'm telling you that. So everything is Star Times.
But Star Times, they are in shambles. So
that's what I'm saying.
A lot of their top officials who were there the first time,
they've all left.
In fact, they are cash strapped.
They've all left. We know what is happening.
So I'm asking myself that what exactly
are they bringing on board to the benefit of our clubs?
Maybe it's such a desperate situation that they are the only.
They don't even have the, how do people call it? The gadgets, the machines to do proper quality. Oh, Charlie. That's what I'm saying, that we have to kneel until we take our national team from these people.
Fair game.
And you get them to focus on their league and to manage their league properly.
Just quick thoughts on the Star Times before I go on.
Well, I think from the production bit, you know, prior to the season, the clubs actually did not know. I think it was 2 days to the start of the season.
Okay.
When the Ketokrik put out the TV firms that will be broadcasting the league, and the clubs were in utter shock because there were questions around who would be broadcasting the Ghana Premier League. You get a point. And now if you look at the Ghana Premier League in the few match weeks we've played, look, it's been shambolic.
It's terrible.
Regards to the TV production,
we can't even have
it's been terrible. I can't put out their names over there, but I'm sure listeners know what I'm talking about. And so if you want to look at TV production, what we currently have and what Star Times were doing, I think Star Times brings you some bit of orderliness.
At least there's some semblance of order to what's going on.
Yes, there's a structure to what they are doing. But what we have now, look, you're talking about the Ghana Premier League, the league that is showcasing what your talent, the talent in Ghana, playing for their respective clubs. And if you have TV production, this thing is going worldwide. The commentary, the camera angles, the final product which is on TV, Ben, it's not looking good. It is not looking good.
It's an eyesore, literally.
I follow the Ghana Premier League week in, week out, and it doesn't look like it is improving anywhere.
The Ghana Premier League gets worse every season.
It doesn't look like. Already there are questions around the quality of football.
They'll finish and pay the winner less than 30,000.
From all the teams. The last thing we want to have is having a poor TV production. And I think that is what we've been struggling with. That is what we've seen in the last few weeks. And so if they are coming on board, I'm not too sure about financially where they are. Because like you put it, a lot of things they used to do when they had the people who were doing it first when they came in. So I think they stayed for about, let me say 2 to 3 seasons or 4 seasons. 2 seasons, right? And then they left. I will give them props for that TV production they were doing at the time. Because like I said, there was structure to it. You could see what they were doing. Even sometimes they brought publicity to the matches that were coming. But we've not seen that. If it's not because of
do they have the financial muscle to take this on?
That is what I can't tell.
Abeku has a few things to say about the start times. Just quick thoughts on that.
Quick thought, Ben. The start times deal. There have been a lot of deliberations and discussions at the FA in relation to the marketing strength of this league, and certainly one of the issues that have come to play is the TV right. You know, the start times deal was giving a little bit of monies to the clubs. The clubs are complaining, they're agitating that look, their proper image, the only image that they were left with is down the drain. You know, there's a dent on that image because, well, it's like now they are having people are having access to watch the game free, yes, of course, but the quality of what they expect people to see, they're not having it on those channels that, you know, are airing the games. The other TV stations had wanted to come in, but somehow the FA got to block those deals.
Maybe those deals were not viable for them.
But what are these deals on board bringing the FA and the clubs?
Proper production. Let me just ask you. I mean, you are an insider. Do the clubs know exactly how much they will be getting, or what they are getting with start times coming back?
For now, no.
Nobody knows.
That's why the FA is not even able to come out clear to say that start times are coming on board.
When are they supposed to resume work?
It should have been on the second round of the league. And
at the beginning of the second round.
At the beginning of the second
but it
round.
hasn't started. It hasn't taken off yet.
Discussions are still ongoing. We know we are going to week 17. 17. So it's 34 games. So we get to
this get to week, the FA Cup.
Absolutely. So we get to week 17 means we are just halfway through the league, and then we are turning it upside down to play the rest of the games.
So you need to say that. Let's establish a few things. As we speak, we don't know how much Star Times is bringing in as a returning broadcast sponsor.
I cannot mention a figure because the discussion is not solid yet.
Fair game, but I mean, give us a good idea. What kind of range is being discussed?
No, I cannot speak. I cannot speak of the range. No.
Fair game. So
I cannot.
There's the range that clubs don't know about. First of all, clubs don't know exactly how much money they'll be getting per season.
But the clubs are demanding more. Let's put this on record.
They're demanding more than when they first came.
Of course.
And before coach comes in, and that is why we saw the statement from Accra Lions after the Dreams game. The coverage. It's part of it. Yeah. It's part of it. The things they complain about. It's part because the season they finished second. Even the previous when they gained promotion, they were getting a lot of money from start times first when they came on.
And I think it also cascades into the Mediama Kotoko situation where Mediama officials locked out Kotoko or like the broadcasting team from accessing the stadium because look, you're coming to view my game. What am I getting? And to be honest, you can't just walk into my ground and bring your camera.
And it is the reason why. It is the reason why. It's the reason why.
That's what is happening.
It is the reason why again. It's the reason why again. We go into. There was a game that Kotoko played before this MTN FA Cup break. I'll record that and mention it. And Kotoko were questioning. The FA told Kotoko that the game was going to be live. And there was some claims that the Kotoko itself prevented FA cameramen from filming the game. According to Kotoko, they are saying that the FA said the game was going to be live, and they didn't say it was an FA camera person who was coming to, film the game.
No, but the FA has like designated camera.
Absolutely, that one is there.
No, but how you see? You don't
so the game is Kotoko.
You don't really go for any
stars. See, that's the problem.
You don't just send somebody there.
That's just
go and telecast. That's sort of administrative lapses.
See, that just tells you the quagmire of football is in, and that's all I will say. If Star Times is coming in so we can all enjoy better visuals,
so be it.
I'm all for it. But you see, why now you have said that the clubs literally have higher expectations of the poorer Star Times than they did when Star Times actually had more money. I think we are heading for trouble. And if we are in week 17 already and nothing has been concluded,
but
hey, I mean,
just quick one.
Football people have told us, journalists, on countless occasions to shut up because they don't know what they are doing.
Just quick one.
I want to know they know what they are doing.
And I think Abe is here. He'll tell me if I'm wrong. Before we had the current TV firms broadcasting the Premier League, I'm told we had a foreign firm. A foreign firm that came in and wanted to pick up broadcasting the league. Coach, this foreign firm is bringing top-notch production. Something similar to what we saw at the time we did the chant.
We had Fox Sport.
Fox and Fox 2. Fox, it was a similar thing.
That was so good.
Yes, it was a similar thing. It was that time I knew that. I think some of the pictures they actually fine-tuned it. Even it was not looking good.
Oh yeah.
The broadcasting on the TV was way better. Because they came and they said, look,
good cameras and good editing materials allowed.
Our pictures are not up to that level.
Yeah.
And it's not that bad too. We can make it.
We can do something about it.
Look at a bit okay. And that's a similar thing we had prior to the start of this season.
Yeah.
And the people at the FA, they said no.
Anyway, they say Star Times is coming, so we hope
it is good.
It's for the good of everybody.
It is good that
see, when you go to the FA, they talk about one of the products that's difficult to manage here in the country. It is not the Black Stars. No,
the Ghana Premier League.
It is the Ghana. Every corporate entity that comes close to Ghana
Black Stars difficult when there is money available.
But then again, the Black Stars is out there. But for the league, they feel that even the how do I better put this?
Finish it before I put the nail in their coffin. Finish.
Take your time for me.
No, finish.
Even the architect of the game itself, do not speak good of the league. That is why there's someone like Nim Ado being charged. There's a reason why they are looking into the Accra Lions statement and asking questions behind.
You know why I didn't discuss that whole issue into depth? Because there's hypocrisy on all sides.
Front.
That's why I didn't even discuss that issue to begin with. As for Sami Enimado, he's our good friend. But Sami Enimado was an ESCO member. When he was an ESCO member, he never spoke about it. He didn't see any issue with this.
You know that I spoke to Sami,
and he said that he brought up the fact that Maxwell Hansen was a problem referee at Congress.
No, Maxwell Hansen, we've known him.
Everybody knows him.
Everybody knows what he's used for.
And he says the FA president himself shut him down when he raised that matter.
Imagine. So as for it's neither here nor there. All I'm going to say is that.
But the question is, if he was still with ESCO, would he have?
No, will he be saying
Ben, our Ghana Premier League, the biggest problem is the referee. This show is recorded. I have videos.
You wait. The officiate, you don't pay them well. You don't pay them on time.
Finish.
What do you expect them to?
Let me even bring finality to this discussion. You know, when you talk about the whole Ghana Premier League officiating referee, look, all I will say is that football people are the biggest stakeholders of the Ghana Premier League.
Yes.
They have shown over and over again that they are not ready to turn over a new league. They have shown over and over again that when club officials go and beat referees and commit they will cover them.
They have shown that they get the opportunity to actually talk about it. What did they do over there? At the Congress, nothing.
And in the end, they'll come and tell you.
Look, it is good for the club. Ketokraku punish them.
They come and
continue to punish them.
They come
because they're going to do
Some goals are Sansa Torres. Now one time she goes a prince of gold.
Football people should solve their problems.
Yeah,
Football people say that the football is for them.
They should do that.
They should solve their problem, please. I want to sell McGay to Chelsea. I want to know how ready they are.
Yeah, we like it. We like it. We like it.
Maresca says, I like Mark.
And about people's players like that.
Do you like Anthony?
Wait, didn't they have
which of the Anthony? Which of the Anthonys?
Do you like
which of the Anthonys?
Oh, see, in 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you never have asked me this question. I'm asking you again in front of all our.
Wait.
Hold on.
I think you should get him the video.
Do you like Anthony?
Which of the Anthonys?
The man you want.
Right now, how many Anthonys you get?
No, but which of the Anthonys?
the Brazilian one who plays for Man.
The lefty.
I used to like him.
Or Anthony Rudiger.
Yeah, you say you used to.
Which Anthony did you have in mind again?
Oh, that's
Anthony Martial.
There's Anthony Rudiger.
There's Rudiger.
There's Anthony Martial.
See, don't be doing this. Anthony.
No, but I used to like him. No worries about that.
Do you remember the episode on Scott?
You haven't seen nothing yet.
I ain't seen nothing yet, man. That day he brought his Tennessee accent. He says, "You ain't seen nothing yet."
Do you remember? Because Anthony's first game, do you remember? Was against Arsenal. He scored.
Yeah. Charlie, he lit up the place.
Anthony came first 3-4 games.
Truth be told,
if nobody knew the man would end up like this.
Truth be told.
Anyway, he was scoring tabs.
When they were buying him, I said that they paid too much money for him. They fought with me.
At the end of the day,
the money
it was Woodward and those guys who paid. Because when Ayas at the beginning, Ayas wanted 40 million. They dragged. When they went back to Ayas, I said, we don't want to sell. If you compel us to sell at this, we cannot replace him. 80 million. Then they went to pay.
Anyway, let's talk about McGahey possibly to Chelsea. He has 18 months left on his contract.
Wasn't he in their youth academy?
He was a player. 18 months left on his contract. I hear they will have to shell out something in the range of 70 million to get him. Let me start with you on that one. Why? I feel like Chelsea have a glut of centre backs. Why are they trying to get a new centre back?
Not all of them are good enough.
Don't say not all of them. None of them.
No, that's too harsh. I think Liverpool is that's too harsh.
Yeah, he's the worst of the bunch.
No, I disagree.
He's the worst of the bunch.
Hold on.
You said Colwell is good.
No, I mean he's not that good at that level. But
he's the worst.
He's the worst. He can't be worse than Badiashile. He can't be worse than Disasi.
Yeah.
You're right.
The more reason why they want him is that they've lost Wesley Fofana. He's out again because the pairing was Fofana
was
and
never there.
No,
Wesley Fofana.
Okay, yeah. But he started the season with Chelsea.
If you are a
that
serious
boy,
coach,
he's
no serious coach plans the season with Wesley Fofana. Let's be serious. Anyway, let me start.
Yeah, I said they are not good. They are not good. They are not
so
good.
So you go and pay 70 million.
What else will you do?
And he's left with there too. Charlie.
No, Gay is not left.
He's not left with there. Oh, he's right with there. Okay.
Yes. But you see, the problem is they don't have good centre backs. So you need a centre back, and you have to remember there's also UEFA registration rules.
Homegrown players,
especially ones from your academy. So Gay manages to get them like an academy player. He's going to improve the quality of the team. So I understand why they are looking at him. But a January transfer is difficult. I think they should wait.
18 months left.
They should wait until summer. When there's 12 months left, he'll be a lot cheaper. And Palace will be a lot more desperate to sell because they don't want to lose him for nothing. So I think they should wait.
But so Chelsea are also saying that, they have Trevor Chalobah
on loan.
So yes, so it's two players on the table. If you don't give me Gay, I'm calling back Chalobah.
I don't think there's a break clause in the loan contract too.
There is.
In fact, for most loans,
there is.
In any case where I think I know this for most loans that if the team that loaned you the player think they have a crisis of some sort.
No,
that's why they don't play you. He doesn't play against you.
No, but that's Premier League rules because they feel like there's a conflict of interest. Yes. But I think that is per your loan agreement. If your loan agreement doesn't have a recall clause or a termination clause,
but if they floated the idea, it means that they definitely have a recall.
I guess if they have a recall and they want to do that, if they want to blackmail Palace, I don't think that's
really what they are doing.
But you see, blackmailing Palace is going to make it because what Palace will just say next. We just say when they're eventually ready to sell him, we won't sell to you.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen. I think you need McGahey more than they need Chalobah actually. So blackmailing Palace is the dumbest thing Chelsea could do. They should feel free, to be honest. Me, it doesn't bother me.
But he solves a problem for them.
He solves a problem, but I think for the 60-70 million at this price, it's a bit too expensive. They should wait until the summer. I think the price will go down to 50-40 million, and it makes more sense. I think that's about accurate value for him, even though there's 12 months left on his contract. I think, because look, the Chelsea centre backs, I can't think of one that I would want in my team. Seriously, like I look at them, I'm just like, which one do I feel can improve a good team? And that's why they're having problems.
But they are still.
Oh, I beg you.
You have so many fair game. Let's move the discussion on. Let me talk to Yao. I'll come to Gabi and Kosu on Kvaratskhelia. So he's picking up a lot of steam. Apparently, Napoli say that finally, we want to take money for the guy. You know,
cash out season.
70 million baseline price. Liverpool have emerged. Arsenal have emerged. Chelsea again have emerged. I don't know why Chelsea are also in this round.
Napoli, I think they've done bad business. I agree. Because
how so?
When the guy's stock was at an all-time high,
he wasn't in
after they had won the Serie A, this Scudetto. That was the time they should have sold him. Because you could tell that there was no way that Napoli side would be able to repeat and defend, repeat as champions or defend that title that they won. So, and they weren't definitely going to get relegated. So, at the end of the day, you need to cash out. They should have cashed out on Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia. Those two guys.
You
sell those two guys, you get 200 million.
Easy. You see, Yao. I understand what you're saying, but Napoli are one of the biggest clubs in Italy. You've just won the league. It sends a very bad message
to your fans.
If you sell one of your star players.
Both of them, actually.
I understand what you're saying economically, but it sends a horrible message about where the club is going and what you want to do to sell two of your star players.
I don't think the player, even 2 years ago, would have cost 100 million.
He would have?
No.
Are you sure?
I think there was only one player. I'm coming. There was only one player in that Napoli team who would have cost that amount.
Who was Osimhen?
And that was Osimhen. His correct price is what has been quoted. Like 60, 70, 80 at most.
Oh, they say baseline 70.
Yeah. Look, as we speak, they are still in the title race. They are competing for the Scudetto. And he's doing very, very well. He's still on top form.
Yeah.
He's doing very, very well. But the problem here is that knowing Antonio Conte, he would, if Napoli were to sell the guy, then he had somebody to quickly bring
He's
in.
bringing an old man.
We are offering Marcus Rashford. What's your problem?
No, he land. So you land, and I'll let you finish.
No, but as part of the discussion, take Rashford. We've given you Scott McTominay,
and he's
already.
performing.
Take Rashford in addition. They will top you up small. Then Kvaratskhelia.
Top up how much?
Rashford right now is about 40-50.
Is it Rashford is how much?
40-50. They will top you 30 or 20. Kvaratskhelia, there he comes. Amorim loves him.
Team Weeper.
Amorim loves him.
But does he love United?
Oh, he can't turn us down. Everywhere he's going, they will not give him more money than we will give him. That is a fact.
Is it all about money now?
No, but now with Amorim, look, I pick you.
I had Kobe Menu. If I'll come to Kobe Menu, they say Kobe Menu is questioning the direction of this club.
No,
I'll come
who is he to question my United? Or no,
on the Kvaratskhelia issue, I think there's some contracts. They are trying to renew his contract. He seems to be hesitating, so they are like, better to get
because the boy has learned from what they did to Osimhen.
Yes,
he will renew the contract because when we know them people, then you blow the price. Napoli too, they don't pay any high money there.
Yeah, and like I was saying, the time to really cash in on the guy was 2 years ago when he was hot. But even now, he will still make some very solid money, as you rightly pointed 70, out. 80, at least 70 million is the base mark. For him, if I'm donkoing him, I'll donko him to a club like Liverpool in the main off-season transfer window. If Salah goes, because you need a guy who can take on defenders.
I don't think it's even if Salah goes, because he'll be there. He'll improve their team.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I'm saying, like, if he leaves, if Salah leaves, you need someone who will come in as a direct replacement.
I think every
and it's not even a guarantee that he will come in there and boss. I think
all of the top teams in England should be looking at him, because not sorry, just to look, Spurs, Son is old.
Why you mention Spurs?
I'm just saying these are the teams with money because it's money. Like you said, Spurs can afford him.
They can.
Yeah, we are talking about teams.
They paid Solanke. Yeah, for Solanke.
Even Bayern, Sané is out of contract. Man City, their wingers are not performing. Arsenal, we've talked about their left wing problem plenty times.
How old is Zero signing now?
I think it's about
like
30.
29.
He's about 30. He's leaving Bayern. Yeah. I'm just talking about teams. PSG seems to be looking at him. I think the only team in world football where he doesn't go and he doesn't improve the starting 11 right now is Real Madrid, because Real Madrid have Vinicius Junior, Mbappe there. Every other team will be looking at him and be like, this guy can improve us. So I'm just saying that everybody should open their eyes and take this opportunity seriously.
2028.
They say Kwara is on the market also. Open your eyes.
So for me,
open your eyes and your purses.
I would go in for a club like Liverpool. That is if Mo Salah leaves, and should Arsenal take him? Should Arsenal also make take a look at him? I think Arsenal should be looking to in league prospect or product. So Arsenal should be looking at a guy like Isak. Arsenal should be looking at a guy like Mohamed Kudus, because those guys are already in the league.
Why should Arsenal be looking at Kudus? Kudus' performance this season has been far below par.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
not all to blame on him.
Because
but you may want to blame it on Lopetegui for all you know, but the man's individual performances have been very questionable. But so if Arsenal want to improve, you look at that Arsenal team. Kudus walks in there, he's not going to display Saka.
But he's still got a number of games though too.
But he gives them an
adds quality. Yes, to the team in depth.
In the sense,
he doesn't display.
And I also don't think he passes enough. He passes or crosses enough, because he's not going there to play strike. You see, so he needs to work on it.
At the end of the day, you need a player like him to take on defenders, because how many Arsenal players or Arsenal forwards in that team have that ability to take on 2-3 defenders?
Saka.
No, in terms of dribbling, pure dribbling.
Okay.
Kudus has it, and Kwara also has it. Yep. So if you are in the market, you need to go in for between these two guys. I don't go in for Mohamed Kudus, and you also have to take a look at definitely Alexander Isak, because you definitely need to get a modern day striker.
Nketsia, my last, as for Kvaratskhelia, the best team he should go and play in England is Manchester United, because of the Amorim formation. Oh, don't laugh. You see that 2 number 10. What United lack is a player who gets on the ball and create and move, dance. You see, do these things. So if you have him as one of the number 10s, so I will don't come him
all day
to Manchester United.
Let's
we have a player to give to them to mitigate their problem.
This man, we already negotiating.
Rashford
Let's do a little coaching. Don't call me. So J-Lo has been moved on, and we are hearing that your good friend Graham Potter is in prime position.
Harry Potter. No, he's taking out the job. He's in
They've even taken the lead in their match against Aston Villa.
So Potter has taken the West Ham job.
Oh, Portable.
Snap thoughts on that. Don't call me or not.
I don't commit. Portable. I so don't commit.
How so?
Oh, because of the formation he plays. I mean, this guy is very fluid with his tactics and with his formation, and I look at it with an eye for Kudus, because obviously he's Ghanaian. He's Ghana's biggest talent out there. Yeah. This guy has, like Coach rightly said, he's had his fair struggles this season. But with Graham Potter, you look at him, and he normally loves to have his team set up in a 3-4-3 formation with a variation in the front 3. And so normally you have
players on the corridor, so you'll be able to make
exactly. Yeah. And you would have a situation where the guys who line up either side of the center forward don't necessarily operate as out and out wingers, more or less like more or less like inside forwards or inverted kind of wingers who tuck in a little bit deeper on the field rather than stay out wide on the wings. And in that situation, looking at where Kudus's career is right now, where he has progressed to, that formation suits him best, knowing very well that the timing is also right. Jared Bowen is out injured with a broken foot. Mikel Antonio is out, also with a major injury to his leg that he suffered from a car accident. And so you definitely have to play Füllkrug, Niklas Füllkrug, the German center forward they brought.
He started today.
Yes. Once you play him and you play Kudus off him, Kudus will operate at his best level. Even if you don't play him right next to Füllkrug, or as one of those two players playing behind the main striker, that is Füllkrug, and you play, let's say, a 3-4-1-2 formation, it also helps because you can play Kudus off him. So I look at it and it's a win-win situation for a guy like Mohamed Kudus, and I'll be very surprised if his season's form does not kick from this point on based on this appointment. I'll be very, very surprised. For me, I don't commit.
Mr. Porter is not a coach I trust.
Oh, even after his work at Brighton,
I don't trust. If you look at his record, his Premier League record, I think he's played about 140 something. He's won 40 something, drew 50, lost 50. Those are not convincing records, to be honest with you. As for the way he coaches, it is something that if he gets the right players to suit what he wants to do, he will get them to flourish. That was what he was struggling at Chelsea to do, where the players were over 50, they couldn't fit into the dressing room, make everything very chaotic. These West Ham players are very lazy. They are one of the teams, together with Manchester United, who don't run a lot in this league. So he has a Herculean job at hand. The Suchek, the Mexico midfielder, what is the name? They are slow, very slow guys. So I think once they give one thing about West Ham is that they will normally back the manager if they give him the job. So in this January market, if you can get 2 players at least in midfield to quicken things up a bit, that will be brilliant. If you can do so, then you can gradually guide them through the end of the season. Then he'll be in a position to tell the board that, look, I don't think this guy is fit for me. Get him out, bring this, that in. Then he can do a job to get them to remain, or to get them to not top half of. I don't see this West Ham team go in the top half. But it's something 12, 13, 14 position at the end of the league. At this moment, that would be good for them. Yes.
Let's talk about Manchester City, because they look like they are wrapping up their move. So Kuzanov, the guy from Uzbekistan, plays for Racing Club de Lens. They say they are on the verge of completing a 50 million euro deal for him. That's a lot.
He plays for which team?
Lens in the French league.
50 million.
Isn't that this guy's team's Salis's team?
He's still there.
He's still there, but he's just on loan and Sunderland.
I even forgot about that. Strange move.
So there's Kuzanov almost done. He said they are on the verge of also paying 80 million.
He's not that type of player. He's not worth 80 million. Mamouche at most 20 million.
Oh, coach, 20 is small. Like
he hasn't proven anything. He just had one half good season.
That's why it's 30.
No, but that cannot give you 40-50 million.
And that's why I said 30.
Egypt, sorry.
No, but Egypt, we saw them at the AFCON. What did they do? They didn't do anything spectacular.
80 million. In fact, see, I think
30 million at most.
They are buying him in January.
I think it's an Eintracht Frankfurt thing.
Because Kolo sold Kolomani for 90 million.
They actually made a habit of selling
Jovic for 60 million.
They started with Sebastian Haller.
Haller was 50. Jovic was 60. Kolomani was 90.
And now they want to take 80 million for Obama.
So Man City should be smart. I don't know how badly, because look, take it or leave it. Pep spent 100 million on Grealish.
Yeah.
What has he done?
I'm sure that's what they are saying.
What has he done? He's not done anything.
Yeah.
Yes, you may be the best manager the game I've seen in the last 10-15 years, but he's not. Look, it's not cast in stone that most of his signings have been successful.
Oh, definitely not.
You understand? So if you look at Mamouche, 80 million for Mamouche. What?
He had the agility of the ballerina.
He's not coming. He's
not going to walk a rope.
He's not going to make this Man City's team extraordinarily good. No.
I think another wrong signing was the Matthias Nunes guy.
Yes. He's not going to make it. Who he paid over 60 million pounds for.
They still don't know what to do with him.
So after this move, personally, I don't commit this move. Their money is too much.
The Mamouche move is horrible.
And what?
You see, it's not even about like, and I said this before. It's not that I don't raise Mamouche, but I think he's not ready for Man City. He's not ready to be a Man City winger. Hopefully, he proves me wrong, but I just don't see it.
Yeah.
And I don't see whether they're thinking, hey, maybe it's the next Mohamed Salah.
No.
Even Salah, when they bought him and they paid that money for him, a lot of us were looking at it like, this guy who went to Chelsea, are we sure? So fair enough, but 80 million, he has to score 20 goals in the league every season.
80 million is really steep.
80 million is a lot.
Anthony. Mudrich, Tramo Agbala.
I get why they want him. I mean, they want to replace Julian Alvarez because they are still thinking that it was looking at how things are fed.
It's not.
They are still looking at it like
so they want to carry the Alvarez money and go and give to Frankfurt.
Yeah, the Mamouche thing there. Yeah, 80 million.
They will be happy because they made a habit
so
of doing
apparently, what happened? What even held up the deal was they offered 50 million, and Frankfurt said 50 million they won't take. We want 80. We want around 80 million, or we don't want to hear what you are saying. So once he said, okay, there's cash. As coach, we say there's cash.
Yeah. Another one that's on the horizon will excite coach is that Casemiro has received £650,000 a week to leave United and reunite with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Baba yo, Baba, and what Alalami? Baba yo, po.
This is
maybe
from Goal.com.
Oh.
So they are reporting that he's been offered that kind of money.
Is it first?
It's good.
He didn't want to
offloaded deadwood.
It's good.
He was thinking that
My Casemiro deadwood.
yeah, he was thinking that he can live with the pace of the
He's done his
East.
bits.
Look, he goes to that
Saudi and go
Farmers
cash
and
out.
Mason League. He dominates every midfield.
You guys, maybe now Ronaldo will finally win a league title. One of his former Real Madrid.
It's fine. You know, you will never miss a chance. Anyway, that's the Don't Kobe for.
We don't have any more transfers.
Oh, Kobe Menu.
Where is he going? He's not
Why are you
going.
rushing? We still have 1 minute. Why are you rushing?
Kobe Menu said that United should fix up.
Yeah.
He said you better fix up.
I think what it mostly is actually is the other way around. And I think a lot of these things, this Rashford thing is from Ineos. They are trying to get rid of the high earners. So I'm sure they are encouraging Casemiro to take this deal. No, seriously.
No, but he's not going to play.
Yeah, they are
He has to leave.
It's the same way that this Rashford thing. You see, Rashford, he made it easy for them. Once he gave that stupid interview, they said, "Oh, thank you, God," and then they are getting rid of him.
But it hurts their leverage because the amount of money they would have been able to get for him.
They don't even care about it. They're thinking about the wages.
Yeah, it's like they don't even care about how much.
The wages are the biggest.
He's an academy boy.
Pure
50 pure profit. 350,000 pounds off the wage bill.
Oh yeah.
We won't let you. We won't let you put hound Rashford out of his club. But any takers for Anthony, any takers. It looks like that's a player United actually want to.
Yeah,
but no one
is willing because of the high wages, and the guy is simply not good.
You see. And I always say Anthony and the wages are the transfer fee is a big part of it. If they are paid 40 million for him, he was playing like
the expectations will be lower.
The expectations will be lower. Yeah. But it's like there's so much scrutiny on Anthony because of the fee.
And the irony
because how many players have teams not spent
at
40
least we're not Tramo. Those who criticize Anthony the most, they forgot that they also bought Mudryk for the same price.
Performance enhancement drug, not Tramo.
There's also one Don't Kobe.
Tramo, performance enhancement.
Wakaso to Hasselhoff.
Oh yeah.
Is this a serious?
No more air joy.
But they say he's been without a club for over a year.
The camera should be on my face.
You see, this is what we spoke about the other time. Retirement is a problem. If they want to retire, if it's hurting,
you see,
coach
has said it.
No more. It's
because Wakaso believes that he's not finished.
But you see,
how are we to tell Wakaso that?
You know my issue.
No, but he's a player who played in the Gulf regions.
No, he was
China. That's China.
So he's played in China. He's played in Russia. He's played in Scotland.
I think he went to Belgium recently.
Spain. For you,
you see,
China was the last place.
The Chinese league is annexed to the Mason League. You are aware. Even there, he can't get a team.
No,
my issue with
Wakaso coming is, what are they going to pay him? Because they pay because the level of pay he's used to and what they pay in the Ghana.
No, he doesn't want the salary. He just wants to keep fit.
He just wants to.
He's the House of Folk fan.
Okay. You see, maybe if he wants to keep.
We heard this about Muntari too before we heard that they were paying. Yeah. Please, nobody plays to keep fit.
Nobody see.
You will take the money. The guy has not been playing for a year. Don't let anybody lie to you that he doesn't need the money.
And you see,
he needs the money.
He's looking at the call up for the 2026 World Cup.
Don't try and spoil the conversation.
These are the reason why Neil and Van der Poel have to be sports minister.
I'll be honest. Then the reason I don't like this transfer is if you're Hearts of Oak, right?
You need a player
no. Maybe Wakaso is hypothetically better than any other midfielder you have. Hypothetically, he's better than any midfielder you have.
Can you run on that pitch?
No. Speaking of the pitch, they said they'll let him play on only the proper pitches. So he won't play. They
don't say no proper.
You go to places like the other places.
How close is this deal to happening?
Oh, it will happen. Maybe like 75%.
So what you're telling me is that Wakaso can play 4 games and go. Oh yeah.
That's the similar thing they did with Sulemuntari. Yeah. Letting his game. So he was just playing.
Sulemuntari couldn't even run.
You know,
the last time he played. One game they took him to the Owak Sports Stadium. You saw what happened. He was playing the ball.
You know what I'll say about this? I don't know how much real football, like on the pitch, value it has. I will say this: Hearts of Oak, 2 things. Make sure that you sell some Wakaso jerseys and you market the player.
They won't do. We saw the same thing. They won't do. We saw what they do.
They're wearing look at the brown jersey to trade.
The unveiling of Sulemuntari. That was Basa.
But you see, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand this transfer because Wakaso is better, but you Hearts of Oak as a club and an entity, what benefit do you get from Wakaso?
That's what I'm saying.
Because even if he's better, you are blocking. Because as your Hearts of Oak, one of the main ways you make money is if one of your midfielders is good, he catches fire, he goes to play Black Stars, go and play some Africa, then you sell him for money.
Yeah.
You are blocking the development of someone like that. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Before we bring the curtains down, look, there's the falling standard in our football. Charlie is giving some of us sleepless nights.
It doesn't give me sleepless nights again.
No, you see, when I say
football, people say football belongs to them. The only thing I care about,
don't care about the league.
The only thing I care about is the national team. And the national
team,
like you have said,
taxpayers' money.
I don't care about the league.
No, don't worry, we will rescue our
Nilante,
we will rescue our
Nilante, honorable one pabu fight.
Rescue our
Can no more chabo pa.
No.
Nika Nilante, Nutumonone. Well, look, 1 year, just 1 year in the job about sanitize no cleaning, no more Nilante.
Just a quick one. Man United, the top hierarchy, they shouldn't be bullied by Kobe Mainoo's camp into giving him a new contract.
No.
Ahmad recently signed a new contract to 2030, and now they are also angling for
Mainoo contract.
No, but his contract expires in 2027.
He has a year and a half,
and then another year to trigger. No,
so what's the rush?
Contract? We are in 2025. We just started 2025.
His form will be completely rubbish. Or that time,
that
time is possible to playing. He knows. He knows.
This is Kobe contract. It expires in 2027. United has the opportunity to trigger it by another year.
Did they give him a new contract when he broke out?
Yes,
I think they improved it.
They improved the contract.
Their money.
So 2027, another year extension 2028.
All I'm telling you, is
take your time. If it doesn't go, sell him.
We from Team Mainoo, we won't tell you that if you don't improve the direction of your club and the things you are doing, we'll take our talents.
That's what I'm saying. Man United shouldn't be bullied into it.
No, but a shout out. Eric Cantona's team.
Let's do quick shouts. Let's do shouts for
today. My shout out is in-house. Yeah, a big shout to our colleagues. First of all, Elizabeth. Malizi sneakers.
Malizi came out dripping.
Oh my goodness!
Hold on.
You see the socks? He put the socks like they go play black princesses.
Do grey and black combo dress.
Chalet
with the Air Ones.
The
Jordan Air Ones.
Malizi,
she go hard.
They look like the black princesses play.
Yeah. Malizi, she pull up.
Betty.
We are men alive.
No, we are alive. If I make you understand,
so a big shout to Malizi. Yeah, Malizi, your drip was on point. The Friday drip, it was on point.
Drip too much.
And a big shout to Julio Ashirifi Amor.
Peanut.
AKA Peanut. Julio.
This is crazy.
Julio, Charlie Star Boy, man. Big shouts to you. AKA Peanut.
Anyway, coach, got any shouts? Shouts.
Today, no shout out for you.
No shout out.
I told you I'm going to pray for him before I leave.
Sources say honorable is listen. You have to shut out.
Oh, Charlie.
But if he's listening, he said everything. What do you need to shout out?
Let him shout.
Honorable Nilante Vanderpool. My shout out goes to you.
Fantastic. Your number, put the last digit down.
70. There's a certain number that has been calling you. In fact, I called you last week. You didn't pick. Today, I've called you. 70. Honorable, you were bad job.
Thank you.
Was sports say any share from a shell? Holy Spirit, then check.
He said the last number be what?
70.
Thank you.
No, when he goes through his phone, any 70 number is possibly Coach Chris's number. In fact, it's an MTN number. 054 70.
Very good. More
054 70.
More people to get 7 zeros.
That's I've clarified. 054 70. It rhymes. It rhymes. Honorable, you might double by the shit tower.
Let me do it.
I actually have a shout out. I just remember. I want to give a shout out to my tailor, Stone.
Stone the tailor.
Yeah, Stone is a big man.
Take your Stone, my guy.
He's named Medina Malcolm. He has a nice clothing shop. He's a big fan of our analysis and things.
A big guy.
Shout out to Stone.
So shout outs to.
Also, you want to do one?
No, let him do.
Shout outs to the hardest guy.
Who is this?
Dominic
Gucci.
And then the second hardest guy,
Daniel Payday.
They get the bell ring because they are the hardest. Dominic Gucci Mane and Daniel Payday. No, let me do one quick for my good friend Bright Mawinado. He says tomorrow is Maxwell Barco's day. Maxwell Barco is doing a thing. You know Maxwell.
Is it a Maxwell Barco?
I don't know if
no, if you don't
he's getting married tomorrow. So he's getting us out on the show. Maxwell Barco. Your mic is off. You can't even talk. You've done your shout. Anyway, I want to do another shout to DJ Mingo. DJ Mingo celebrated his birthday.
Mingo. You are DJ Mingo.
DJ Mingo. No. You see, when we live here, no. On normal airwaves,
why
I don't need to say he's a big man. He knows he's a big man.
Of course.
I don't even need to tell him. Nana.
Chop
life.
That'd be your chop life.
That's
chop
it.
life. Yeah. I want to shout out.
Valko.
Valko.
Mention that girl in the mention.
No.
Mention that girl. You don't mean anything. Mention it's fine.
This one my lawyer.
Okay.
Nicholas Yantichi, counsel Charlie, you be heavy. Say last night he talked to me. Say Coach Christopher, namely they feel. He say Coach he be real guy. If you mention him Paddy name, say I'm in the shadow, you my guy. And they come to your wedding. If you drink from the same cup, I drink from the same cup.
Of course.
Nicholas Yantichi.
When he started with my lawyer, I thought it was the same my lawyer. The way I do my lawyer, I thought that was good.
Thank you very much, guys. Show proudly brought to us by Royal Kingdom Estate, Twisco, chocolate beverage, and Kivo 4-in-1 Gary Mix. My name is Benjamin Nketsia. Head coach Christopher Nimley, Susu Graham, Yao Jamie, Tagabi Ofair, and also Bernarda Bakery. Thank you guys for doing the listening. Thank you guys for joining us via YouTube as well. This weekend is FA Cup weekend. I've got games for you. Liverpool are in action, Chelsea in action, Manchester United and Arsenal in action as well. We'll bring you all the live radio commentary and analysis. Until then, keep your dial right here and keep doing the listening.
City 97.3.